Okay, so been the same story for the last couple of weeks, I think, and that is just trying to fine tune, play as best close to our best as we can as we head into the playoffs. You shared the same message with our team. It's, I think we've proven over the course of a long season that, we're right there with the best teams in the league and put ourselves in a great position. But sometimes that's not enough. Sometimes you have to be the hottest team at the end of the year, not necessarily just the top rated or number one seed. So I thought today was a great win for our players, toughness win, so many contributions from so many players. I hate to point out one, but I thought Autumn Seppi gave us so much energy, so many extra shots. We don't win today if she doesn't do what she did. So kudos to her, just a great individual effort amongst many great individual efforts. Yeah, I thought the same. We obviously are disappointed. I thought we had built a decent lead, and then, they came right back into it. And a lot of it was just shots that we would normally take, we took, and they just didn't go in. We had a couple around the rim that didn't go. We had some open perimeter shots. Obviously, it's not how you want to draw it up, but the fact that we were able to overcome it and still only be, I think, down one at the half or up one, whatever it was, one possession game at the half, scoring 2 points in a quarter. That part of it made you optimistic.
This team gives you a lot of trouble.
Well, the matchups are good. They bring a lot of size. They've got good balance inside and out. And I think, they play a style that we want to play, physical, aggressive, tough. So I think it's two very similar teams in that regard, mentality-wise. Very well coached. The players do the things that they're good at, and they don't try to do too much. So they're going to be right there as we go through this. If we can continue to do our job, I think that's a team that has a good chance to continue to advance as well. They're very good.
I think when we went into halftime, we were talking about just how, a lot of the shots we were taking, kind of going off what Coach said before, second quarter, knowing that maybe didn't have the hot hand or wouldn't always have the hot hand throughout the game. So just kind of making sure that we were getting in there to get the rebounds if we could, if shots that normally fall weren't falling. So I guess that was the difference. Yeah, but then also just knowing that it was going to be a battle till the end of the game and knowing that we had to kind of tough it out, and part of toughness is rebounding, which we work on all the time.
Honestly, I think most of my points were just kind of layups at the basket. We were moving the ball really well and got a couple on a baseline out of bounds. And then they were going for my fakes, so I just kept on doing that and was able to get to the basket. I think it's something that we talked about before the game. When they're in their zone, if I get catch it in the middle, then the center is going to come up and take me. And her strength is not her lateral speed, so I knew that if I could give her a ball fake and then drive to the basket, that would probably be open. And even if I'm not directly open off of that, there would be help, and then I could dish it off to one of my teammates.
Yeah, and I take no credit for this. This group knows how to win. They've won a lot. This senior group, this is their 99th win, which is very impressive. They just, they've been coached well prior to this year. I mean, we inherited a group that knew how to win. So I think they've shown that. Going up to Colgate and winning on Wednesday is not an easy thing to do. That was the only second time all year they lost at home. And then, pull out a game like this. So they deserve all the credit. I think they understand the big moments for the most part, and that's when you expect your best players, your star players to step up, and we've been fortunate that they have.
So yeah, it hasn't really hit me yet. We have at least one more home game, so maybe I'll kind of get emotional then, or hopefully when we make it to the championship. But it was great just being here with Gia. Gia and I have been really close since our freshman year, and we've really gone through a lot together. So it was nice that both of us got recognized. And it was really great to have both of our families here with us, because they don't necessarily get the recognition that they deserve every day.
I didn't holler and carry on. I'm by nature very direct. I mean, we don't beat around the bush and say, hey, could we kind of maybe. It's like, this is what we're doing, this is what we're not doing. So very direct. And again, I didn't think it was necessarily an execution thing. We got some good shots. They didn't go in. So, nobody's out there missing on purpose. I would go back to something that one of you had asked. I thought to start the second half, Taylor O'Brien was terrific in her ability to get through the zone. She was on the baseline a little bit, and that's something that we've you know, as the years gone on, we've tried to push her and challenged her to do more, is to use her speed and athleticism off the dribble to create for other people. And because she's so dynamic at creating for herself. So I thought today was probably, in terms of that one specific thing, her best day of the year. And we're going to need it more.